Hey, who's a good boy? Alright, Rogue. Alrighty, hello everybody and welcome back to today's episode. Alright, so today is the first day that we are going to be working on Mr. Walker's farm. So there's quite a lot of work actually. So we need to get ourselves over there quickly and as safely as possible with the motorbike over here. Alright, so we are going to be off. We're going to take it nice and easy. So Bill is going to be handling all of the things on the farm for now. Obviously we've got a lot of work to do over at Mr. Walker's farm, so we don't really have a lot of time to do stuff on Uncle Reggie's farm. But luckily there's not a whole lot going on, so we're just gonna make our way over to the farm. So there's a little shortcut that I managed to figure out that we can take with the motorbike here. So we're going to see how that is going to work out for us today. Alright guys, so we are here over at Mr. Walker's farm for our first day. So we are just going to park the motorbike inside. Alright, so I think right over here it should be fine. Okay, so there we go. First day, starting out. And yeah, we did have a little bit of a word with Mr. Walker about things we need to get done today. So first of all, we are going to try and see if we can go and drop off the John Deere tractor over here on the gooseneck trailer over at the John Deere service center. Because apparently this tractor is due for its service and it's a little bit too far gone for us to do it ourselves. So they are going to be taking care of this for us. So first of all, we need to get ourselves a vehicle that's going to be able to tow this gooseneck trailer, seeing as the tractors aren't going to be able to do it. So Mr. Walker said he left his Dodge Ram TRX in the garage. The garage is open. So we need to go and pick it up quickly and just see if we can get that thing towed over to the John Deere service center. Alright, we just gotta be careful of this main road here. People are driving like bats out of hell. Alright, but there we go. Alright, so I'll also show you guys around here quickly what is happening. So we've got a couple of parking bays where there's a couple more company vehicles. So over here we've got two international CV200 trucks. One is a dumper and one is a flatbed. And we've got the straw blower over here for putting straw into the cow barn. There's a little John Deere 6R tractor here with narrow tires, which can also be used on fieldwork if we need it. And then we've got a forklift for handling pallets and also some bales. And you'll notice there's another storage shed over there for, well, basically storing bales. So we are going to be getting a couple of bales over to this farm today, or over here for the cows, because we need some silage. There's a little bit of silage left, not too much. And we are also running a little bit low on hay, so we might have to top that up as well today. And way over here, we have got a goat barn. So they've got a couple of goats in here, and the goats are producing goat milk, which needs to be moved over to the dairy. I see there's okay, there's only one pallet, but that pallet I don't think it's full, so let's just check this quickly. Okay, so no, that is not full yet, so we're just going to wait for that to be filled up completely, and then we will handle that and move that over to Mr. Walker's dairy. As for the cow barn, it's apparently full of milk, so we need to get that transported over to the dairy as well. And also we need to get rid of the slurry, or the liquid manure as you guys may know it. So that means we are going to have to go and get the semi-truck and hook up to the tanker over at the factories. So yeah, there's quite a lot of things happening over here as well. So for now we are just going to hop out of this little Kubota of ours. Let's just park it up here. I think that should be out of the way. Alright, so Mr. Walker said the keys to the Dodge Ram TRX is in it. So we should be able to just hop into this thing and get it fired up. Alright, there we go. Now guys, this is a very nice truck. So we need to be extra careful with this. Alright, and I'm not too sure how well this truck is going to handle that gooseneck trailer with the large tractor loaded onto it. So I guess that is what we are going to see. And just hopefully we're going to be able to get this thing moved over to the John Deere service center. Alright, so we gotta get the tailgate down first of all. Alright, that is the button for the tailgate. And we're gonna just back it up all the way. Try and get it nice and center. Okay, a little bit more to this side. Alright guys, so we are hooked up to the gooseneck trailer, and you can see that the Dodge Ram TRX is not doing too well with this. It's almost going to be dragging along the tow hitch over there, so yeah, this is definitely not going to work. So I don't even want to try and drive this truck like this. We might end up damaging something, so I think this is probably not going to be something we're gonna do today. Alright, well, I think I'll have to report back to Mr. Walker that this is the case, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get this disconnected again and rather not damage anything. Alright guys, so the gooseneck trailer is disconnected. Now we just need to return the truck back to Mr. Walker's garage, and then we will tackle some of our other duties for today. Alright, just gotta wait for the traffic to pass. Okay, I don't see any cars coming from this side, so let's quickly take the gap. Okay, so here we go. Let's just park this up nicely again. Alright, that should be good. Okay, my goodness, this truck actually needs a bit of a wash. But yeah, I guess that's something that Mr. Walker will take care of. Alright, let's just hit the button for the garage door to close. I've got no idea where the button is. Ah, I found it, okay. Alright, so that is going to be it for that part of the work today. So I'll just report back to Mr. Walker that we need a stronger vehicle to tow the trailer with. Because I think his previous farm manager actually did all of that, driving the tractors up and down. So we're gonna have to see if we can get ourselves a vehicle maybe. Mr. Walker has got a plan for that, so we'll see what he says. Alright, let's get over to the shed over here, because we need to get the semi-truck. Alright, we'll just park up over here. Alright, we'll open this door. Alright, so this trailer is currently connected to the semi, so we need to get this connected. Alright, there we go. So that is disconnected, so we are good to head over to the factories. We're just going to call that section of the farm the factory farm, because we need to hook up to the slurry tanker and also the milk tanker. Now, I think the dairy is currently quite full of milk, so it might not even take a full tank of milk in the dairy today. So we might end up going to sell the milk over at the dairy in town, because that is where the overflow milk goes to. So we'll see. There's going to be a couple of errands we need to run today, and I also need to get the guys busy on the farm. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to first go and drop off a load of slurry in town, and then we'll return and we'll get the tractors ready for the staff to start working on the field for us. Okay, so let's come over here. We need to hook up to the slurry tanker, which is the green one in the center. Right, so this tanker takes about 30,000 liters. So that is going to be, I think, about 1/3 of the slurry that is currently in the cow barn, because the cow barn is completely full. Okay, let's just get this thing a little bit more center. Alright, there we go. So slurry tanker is connected and we are good to head over to the cow barn. So let's go and get this slurry filled up. Okay, so there we go. We are busy filling up the slurry tanker now. So this is going to probably take a little bit of time. So we're just going to wait for this to finish and then we're going to make our way over to the animal dealer. Okay, well, what do you know? That was actually a lot quicker than I thought. Alright, so the animal dealer actually buys the liquid manure from us and they distribute it to the other farmers. So this is yeah, just something that Mr. Walker makes a little bit of money from. So it's not really one of the major profit margins of his farm, but it is at least a little bit of something. Alright, let's just see. This sign is kind of blocking the view a bit. I think we are good on that side. Alright, let's see this side. Okay, we've got a car coming. Okay, and there's another car coming from that side. Let's just wait for him to pass. Okay, and now the whole Frankenmuth wants to come down here. Alrighty guys, so we are here at the animal dealer, just busy offloading the slurry from our tanker, and then we have to head back to the farm and collect the milk tanker so that we can go and get the milk loaded in and also dropped off at our dairy. And then we'll also make our way over here again and just sell the rest of the milk. So my goodness, this is going to take a while. So there we go, I think it should be done. Alright, so we are ready to head back to the farm once again, and I'll catch up to you guys once we get there, because this is a lot of driving involved today. Alright, and we are back at the factories, so we just need to get the slurry tanker parked up again, and then we need to pick up the milk tanker as I said. Alright, so yeah, there's a lot of driving going on today guys, so there'll probably be a whole lot of either time lapses or maybe even just skipping the driving altogether. We'll see how it goes once I get to editing the video. But okay, now we need to get the milk tanker. Alright, let's just straighten ourselves up here. Alright, and that is all hooked up. So the tanker is a little bit dirty, but it still looks fairly decent. So we'll see, maybe once we are done with everything we can get the tanker washed quickly. The slurry tanker definitely needs a bit of a wash. So that might be something that I'll do a little bit later today as we see time progresses. As I said, there's a lot of work and I think the episodes are a little too short to show too much of the work that we're going to be doing. So there might be some parts that I'm going to be skipping today, but we'll see. Alright, and there we go. So we are busy loading the milk. So this tanker will take 32,000 liters, which is going to fill it completely to the brim. And then we are going to go and drop the majority of it probably over at our own dairy. And then if there's anything left, we'll come back here and just top it up again. And then we're going to sell the rest over at the dairy in town. So that is the plan for this. Alright, so let's make our way over to the dairy quickly and just see how much milk they are going to take from us today. Alright, so we are at the dairy. So we're just going to park up right over here by the tanks where we can transfer the milk over. And let's see how many liters of milk they are going to take. Alright guys, so there we go, so that is done. So apparently they took about yeah, half the tanker. So we are just going to go ahead and top it up again, and then we're going to go and drop off a full tanker over at the dairy in town. So once again, let's hit the road and go and get this sorted out. Alright, so there we go, round 2. So we are just busy filling up the tanker again, and it is full. So we are ready to hit the road So let's head over into town and go and drop off this milk, and then we'll head back to the farm where I need to quickly go and wash the tanker and the truck a bit, because it's getting a little bit dirty, and I think it's just a little bit better if the vehicles are clean, especially when we are delivering to external companies, if our vehicles are nice and clean. Alright guys, we made it to the dairy over here in town. We're just busy offloading the milk, and then this part of the job will be sorted for today, so then we can head back to the farm and start doing some actual farm work. Alright, there we go, so that is all offloaded. So let's make our way back to the farm. So at least now next time we come here, then I'm gonna know exactly where to go, because I was kind of looking for the place where we need to offload, but now at least I know for the next time. Alright guys, so we are going to head back to the farm, and I'll catch up to you guys once we get there. Alright, and we made it back to the farm. So what I'm going to do quickly is just give the truck and tanker trailer a little bit of a wash. I'm pretty sure this hose should reach the truck over there, so we're just going to take a nice walk over here with it and just spray this thing down a bit. Alright, my goodness, yeah, that is not really very dirty, but it's definitely going to look a little bit better, especially considering this tanker is a chrome tanker. It's gonna just look a little bit better if we can clean it up. Alright, I think that is almost there. Let's just go around this side a bit as well. Alright, so there we go. Truck and trailer is nice and clean now, guys. So I think what we're going to do now is, before we go and park the truck and trailer back in its places, we are going to quickly get the staff members to start working the fields for us. So there's a couple of things going on. Let's just jump into our little Kubota over here, so we can go and have a look at what we're going to do now. Alright, come on. There we go. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, we are going to start preparing the first field over here for the next sowing of sunflowers. So they need to start plowing up this field for us so that we can get that ready. The wheat field, we need to harvest that, so we are going to get the combine harvester out for that, but we'll see if we tackle that job today. And then as for the last field, the furthest one right all the way over there, let's just see. This is the one we had a look at in the last episode. All right. So as for this field over here, we are going to be putting canola into here, which is also going to go to Mr. Walker's oil mill. So let's get back to the farm so that we can get the barn opened and start rearranging all of the equipment for everybody, and then we'll get them to start working. Alrighty guys, so we are ready to get the show on the road. So what we are going to do is we're going to pick the equipment. I don't think it's going to be worthwhile cleaning it up now while we are going to be using them on the farm. So let's get this John Deere 8R fired up. So this one is going to be used for plowing our field today. So let's go and hook up to the plow that we have, which is also quite filthy. But as I said, we are going to get this cleaned up afterwards rather. Okay, and let's just hook up this thing. Alright, and we're just going to check the fuel level on the tractor. It's about half a tank, so I think that should be good enough. Alright, so let's get this thing closer to the field, and then we'll go and grab one of the guys to start doing the work over here. Alright, and there we go. So that is our first worker starting on the field over here. So the sunflower field is going to be plowed up now, and there they go. Alright, So now we are going to be left with some small stones, which I will decide what we're going to do with this. Maybe we're going to stone pick it and take it over to the cement factory, or we might actually just roll it back into the field. We'll see. Okay, so next up we need to get the combine harvester and the header out of the shed over here. Okay, so let's get these doors opened up over here. Okay guys, so here we go. I've got the combine harvester fired up, and we need to get this corn header slash sunflower header disconnected. So we need to try and find a spot for this thing. I've got no idea where we're going to put it exactly. So I think let's see if we can make a little spot here for it somewhere in this barn. Let's just see. Right, so there's a spot over here against the wall. I think that will work out perfectly if we just put it there. Alright, let's open this door as well. Okay, and we need to get the combine pulled in so we can get this thing disconnected. Alright, so we'll just take it around this way. Alright, just gotta be careful because, yeah, we just don't want to run into anything. Alright, so there we go. That is disconnected. So now we can go and get the normal header for the wheat connected up. Alright, so let's head over there. Alright, so I think if we just put the harvester over here somewhere, I think... Let's bring it a little bit more forward. Alright, we're just going to park up here. Alright, we'll get it turned off for now. And now we need to just grab ourselves a tractor. Alright, I think the 7R tractor here will do the job quite well. Okay, and let's head over to the header and see if we can get that thing connected up so that we can pull it out of the shed. Alright, and there we go. So we've got the header, and we just need to be careful so that this thing doesn't catch onto anything. And we also need to take note of the traffic that's coming down this road. Alright, but I think we should be good to turn now. Alright, if we turn this way. Alright, let's just go around this corner. Alright, we're just going to disconnect it right over there. Okay, perfect. Now we can get the header connected up and folded and everything ready for doing the work on the field. Also going to unfold the harvester. Okay, let's get the header connected up again. There we go. And let's get the header folded. Just like that. Alright, and now we're just going to get ourselves a worker to come and start this job. And then we will be following the harvester with the grain trailer over here. And we'll be collecting all of the wheat. So yeah, I think without any further delay, let's get the show on the road. Alright, so there we go. The combine harvester is starting its job today. And I just want to make sure they are dropping the straw, which they are, so that is good. Perfect, so we can collect that a little bit later. Alright, so let's hop into one of the tractors. I think the 7R should do the job, so we can start collecting all of the grain. And yeah, we'll just follow the harvester around and see if we can get the trailer filled up.
In a small town down a dirt road where the sun caresses the sky, you'll find farmers from all walks of life sharing dreams that never die. Whether their pockets jingle or are bare, they plow the fields they they cherish. Their hands the same, their hearts in tune, with a harvest that won't perish. Rich man's grain or poor man's corn, a masterpiece in every dawn. The sun may set, but hearts remain.
Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to let the combine continue a little bit. So we did collect a little bit of grain in the trailer so far. Can't really see much at the moment. Oop, and I just missed that ladder, but that's okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is we're going to head over to the bale barns, because we need to go and get some bales for the cow pasture, or the cow barn. So we need some silage quite urgently, so we're going to go and fetch the flatbed truck so that we can get them loaded up. And yes, I still need to go and park the semi up as well, so there's just way too much work going on today. Alright, so here we are. We're just going to jump into the little flatbed here. Alright, and we're going to make our way over to the bale barns. Going to get some bales loaded and we'll bring them back here to the cow barn. Alright, so here we are. We're just going to jump into the John Deere tractor over here. This is a 6R, in fact, the same as the one we've got over at the cow barn as well. Alright, so we've already got 6 bales ready to load. Alright, so this is definitely a little bit bigger than the Massey Ferguson we operated back in Riverbend Springs. Alright, so we are going to be taking 6 bales in total. Alright, let's see if we can get the 2 top ones off of this stack. Okay, and the rear weight seems to be counterweight enough for this. Alright, we're going to load it onto the truck over here. Just take it nice and easy, because even the 2 bales are a little bit heavy.
In a farmer's name. In the morning mist, they rise as one beneath the sprawling sky. With calloused hands and hopeful hearts, they watch the seasons fly. Rich man's grain or poor man's corn, a masterpiece in every dawn. The sun may set, but hearts remain bound together in a farmer's name.
Alrighty guys, so there we go. I managed to get all of the bales loaded, and I noticed that the guy who was plowing the field is done with his job, so I just signaled him to go and return the tractor back to the yard, because we are going to be cleaning it up before we park it up again. Alright, so you just need to strap these things down a little bit. That should be good. Alright, as for the combine harvester, I can see that is also full, so we'll go and put the trailer under it once we done dropping off these bales. So yeah, as I said, a lot of work guys, so let's quickly go and sort this out so that we can go and unload the combine harvester again. Alright, so we've got the bales over here. I'm just going to get them all unstrapped, and then we can quickly try and see if we can offload them into the silage pit over there. So let's go and grab the forklift here. And yes, I am running a little bit because the combine is waiting for us as well.
Have fields that never end. Some patch, a plot of ground. Yet when harvest time rolls around, they share the same sweet sound. Rich man's grain or poor man's corn, a
Alright, there we go. So we at least have got some silage bales in the barn again. So now we need to just park up the forklift and the flatbed so we can go and offload the combine harvester again. Alright, so there we go. So that is all sorted. So we'll get the little Kubota fired up again. Alright, let's quickly go and offload that combine harvester into our grain trailer. Alright, there we go. So the combine is busy offloading once again. So we're just going to wait for them to finish unloading. We're going to take the tractor back to the farm again. And we're going to start cleaning up the other tractor that was busy with the plowed field over there. And get that tucked away again. Alright, and there they go. So they are busy harvesting again. And we can just take this back off the field again for now. Alright, time to get back to the farmyard again. We're just going to take the little Kubota again. Alright, yes, this is it's quite a bit of work, guys, but at least once we know everything is kind of sorted out, then we can sit back and relax a little bit. Alright, so the farm worker did leave the tractor over here. Alright, so let's take this tractor closer to the workshop again. Let's just mind our little Kubota over there so we don't end up wrecking it. Alright, and still need to go and park this semi because the semi is kind of blocking our way here. So we'll get that sorted out in just a bit. Alright, so let's grab our pressure washer handle.
Bound together in a farmer's name. Some have fields that never end. Some patch a plot of ground. Yet when harvest time rolls around, they share the same sweet sound.
Alright, there we go. I don't think it's perfect, but at least it's looking a lot better. Alright, let's come and put this thing back again. And now what I can do is we can just sort of park everything for now. Because we need to decide what we're going to do with the field that we just plowed. If we're going to be stone picking it, which I think might be the better option, because then at least we can get the stones put into the cement factory that Mr. Walker's got. Alright, so we'll just put the plow where we found it for now. I will still try and arrange the equipment a little bit later and sort out everything more or less so that everything is sort of tucked in a barn somehow. But there we go, that is sorted. Alright, let's get the tractor parked up as well. Alright, so there we go. At least now we've got one clean tractor in our shed, which is good. And now I just want to go and grab the semi-truck, because we need to go and drop off the tanker trailer back at the factories. And then we'll return with the semi and see, maybe by that time we can start offloading the combine harvester again. Alright, and there we go. So the trailer has been dropped off. And now we can get the semi back to the farm and just park it where it's supposed to be for now. Alright, so there we go. That is the Mack truck parked back where it's supposed to be. And I think let's quickly go and check up on the combine harvester again, if we can unload it yet again. Because it seems to be filling up quite well and quite fast actually. Alright, so let's get back to our tractor with the grain bin trailer. Alright, so here we go. Let's go and see if we can catch up with the combine once again. Yeah, I think maybe next time when we do this part of the job, I'll be using a stronger tractor, because the John Deere 7R seems to be struggling with this grain trailer. And there we go, so the combine is full again, so we can quickly get it offloaded, and then I think we'll just follow it for the last bit of harvest that is left on the field. we'll get that sorted out then as well. Alright, and here we go. So we are off once again. So let's get the combine emptying out as we go along. Alright, we just gotta find ourselves a proper line to follow here. I think if we just keep it to the right of this straw laying on the ground there, we should be good. Alright, let's keep going and see how long this is going to take, guys. So I'll obviously put this in a little bit of a time lapse for you guys, and I hope by the next episode we'll be able to get ourselves a drone so that we can start giving you guys some more third-person view. But I think for now this is quite interesting, just having this perspective and seeing how the combine is being unloaded from this view. So let's just get this all sorted, and then I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we are ready to start cleaning up all of the equipment again. I definitely want to get that combine washed because that thing is filthy. So let's see how this goes.
Sunrise breaking through the pines, radio's humming, hearts aligned. Truck bed loaded, bags all packed, nothing but the open road, never looking back. Faded jeans and worn out boots, highway sings its joyful roots. Wind in our hair, smile so wide, with every mile we taste the ride. Wheels on the gravel, stories unfold, every town we pass worth its weight in gold. Tunes on the radio, spirits are high, chasing that horizon under the big sky.
Alright guys, so there we go. So the combine is busy with the last pass on the field, and the grain trailer is now completely full. So that is about 70,000 liters of wheat. So we are looking pretty good in terms of the yield on this field. Alright, so what we'll do is once the grain trailer is emptied out, we'll head back to the combine and just empty it out, and then we will get everything moved back over to the workshop so that we can get everything cleaned up a bit. And I might also do a little bit of off-camera work after this episode has ended. I might do a little bit of maintenance to the machines, and then hopefully in the next episode everything will be ready to go back into action again. Alright, so let's get this wheat unloaded into the silo over here. Alright, we might have to get it a little bit closer. Let's move it this way. And there it goes. Alright, 70,000 liters of wheat, which we still need to move over to the grain mill all the way over at the factories. So that is something that we'll probably do in the next episode. We'll get everything moved over with the semi-truck, and just hopefully that productions can continue. So I did want to have a word with Mr. Walker about the grain that we plant for the next season. So maybe we will convince him to go over to oats so that we can start doing oats rather. So I think the yield is also pretty decent, and they can also make flour out of the oats just as they are doing with the wheat. So I guess we will see what he says about it. But okay, there we go. So it's still offloading, and yeah, 70,000 liters is quite a lot of wheat. It should almost be done, and just like that it is done. Alright, let's go back to the field so we can get the combine harvester unloaded as well. Alright guys, there we go. So that is all sorted. So I have instructed the combine operator to drop the header right over here on the field. So we'll be collecting this a little bit later and cleaning it up. And then in the meantime we're going to just tell him to park the harvester close to the workshop for us, and then we'll get everything sorted out, and I'll also drop off the last bit of grain in the trailer as well. Alright, and we are off. So let's get this little bit of wheat offloaded into our silo. And there goes the combine driver. It's just going to park it up close to the workshop for us. I just hope he's going to see our little Kubota over there. Yeah, it looks like he might miss it, might drive around it. We can also probably just cut across the field over here. Alright, let's just overtake him for now. Alright, and here we go. So let's get our last bit of wheat unloaded into the silo over here. Right, this should work if I've got my calculations correct. There we go, not too shabby. Alright, and perfect, and there's our combine, so we can get that cleaned up as well. And the grain trailer is empty, so let's get our pipe back folded where it's supposed to be. Alright, pretty good. And we might have to, yeah, we'll just drive over the scale for a bit. There we go, not too shabby. Okay, and I think the driver already left, so the combine should be good for us to start cleaning it up. Okay, so let's also just drop off the little grain trailer here. And we'll quickly go and fetch the header from the field. Alright, there we go. So we've got our grain header. Let's get this back to the workshop as well so we can get it cleaned up a bit. I might have to park it off the side because this thing is extremely hard to maneuver because it's very long. Right, but let's see how this is going to work. Okay, so here we are with all of the dirty equipment we used for today. So I think slowly but surely we will get everything cleaned up and just make sure everything is as clean as it can be. Alright, let's grab our pressure washer once again and get everything cleaned up quickly. Starting with our grain trailer over here.
Old diner stops, coffee's hot. Simple joys, they're all we've got. Hometown stars in the night so dark. Love in our hearts, lighting up a spark. Endless signs and winding roads. Life's a journey God only knows. Tunes and dreams steer our course. Strong as the engine, powered by the force. Wheels on the gravel, stories unfold. Every town we pass, worth its weight in gold. Tunes on the radio, spirits are high. Chasing that horizon under the big sky.
Alright guys, so there we go. I think that is looking much better. So everything that we used today at least is a little bit cleaner than what it was. With the exception of the little Kubota. But yes guys, I think that is quite a lot of work we got done for today. So we will be back in the next episode and continue the work on this farm. Because we haven't even touched the canola field yet. So that is still something that I want to get started with. But yes, I think that is going to be a wrap. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And I'll see you all in the next one.